Hello, Loop Power District, employees, retirees, family, and friends, and welcome to this month's edition of Canal Chronicles. At today's board meeting, we started off a new year, the year 2025, with a full complement of board members as Dana Schultz joined our board this year from Schuyler. Looking forward to working with all 9 board members this year as we move forward with a lot of interesting projects and other developments that are occurring in the Loop Power District service territory. One of the sayings that always is out there is whiskey's for drinking and water's for fighting. And that will be true again in 2025 for Loop Power District. We talked a lot about district water issues today with the board, including our ongoing discussions with the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission and our filing of the non-capacity license amendment, which was done in October. In talking with FERC earlier this month, they've indicated they've got quite a backlog of filings that they are working through, and that it was unknown how soon they would get to our non-capacity license amendment. This was somewhat disappointing, as we would hope to get through that fairly early in 2025 and move forward with any other decisions that we would make once that was acted on by the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission. We're still working on our year-end reports under our current license, and again, once we get the non-capacity license amendment taken care of, we will then move forward with filing a new operations compliance plan and looking at how to move forward with that operations compliance plan. So stay tuned for more information on that. Additionally, under water issues, the district's board recommended continuing to move forward with a $10 per acre foot canal water user rate, which has been in place since 2013. Upon reviewing the cost of service put together by management for the canal water use, slightly above $10 per acre foot rate could have been recommended, but the board decided to leave it at $10 per acre foot for 2025. This $10 per acre foot rate has been in place since 2013, and the district continues to collect all of our costs associated with lost generation and canal operations from this rate. As I've mentioned in the past, we've been working with the Nebraska Public Power District on a new long-term wholesale power contract. Even though our current contract extends through 2035, NPPD is looking at extending this contract for a much longer period to coincide with building new generation facilities that NPPD needs for new large loads that are coming online in NPPD service territory. We've been talking for NPPD for over a year regarding the wholesale power contracts, and negotiations can continue to ramp up. We discussed it quite heavily with the board today, talking about all the provisions that NPPD has been talking to wholesale customers about and trying to get the board ready to act on any new wholesale power contract when NPPD puts a final contract together for signatures. There are a lot of background and a lot of issues that are out there that NPPD has been discussing with wholesale customers. So we really wanted to get the board up to speed with all aspects of the contract negotiations and also to be ready in case something came up fairly quickly. Additionally, we have a hydroelectric purchase power contract with NPPD that we will need to update and work on with NPPD management as we move forward with the wholesale power contract negotiations. The district's hydroelectric power purchase contract contains the district's Columbus and Monroe powerhouses as we sell the energy from these powerhouses to NPPD for their use in their entire portfolio. We've been working with NPPD quite long on all of these and had a recent change in 2022 to our hydroelectric purchase power contract, and we'll be looking and working with NPPD on future changes to this contract as the new wholesale power contract negotiations come to a conclusion. As soon as we have more information on this, we will let you know. Additionally, at the board meeting today, the board of management discussed the schedule for the potential issue of a 2025 bond issue in May of this year. Currently, district management is looking at issuing approximately $30 million of bonds for ongoing projects that we have in 2025, 2026, and 2027. We're seeing a large need for additional capital expenditures, and this bond issue will help alleviate spending cash up front on those and dipping into our cash reserves, and we'll be able to utilize the long-term debt issue to move forward on that. We laid the schedule out before the board today and look forward to working with our financial advisors to come up with the exact schedule and the exact amount of our bond issue. Including all this will be the interest rate that we'll use for our bonds and how that will affect our bottom line over the next several years. A significant amount of detail will be coming up in the next several months on this bond issue, and we will have more detail on this as we move forward. At the board meeting today, management and the board also had a long discussion regarding issues that are going on at the 109th unicameral in Lincoln. Over 700 bills were issued by state senators, and the district has been reviewing those bills, especially those associated with the electric utility industry and economic development. There are many bills that are being followed by the district and other associations that the district is associated with. And we continue to kind of put together our list of those that we're going to follow very closely and positions we might take on those bills. Again, most of the bills have just been issued, as the last day for bill introduction was Wednesday of last week. So a lot of work has to be done yet, and we're working with the various groups that we are members of to come up with the exact list of bills that we will pay close attention to. We'll have more detail on this as the session goes through, and this is the long 90-day session that the unicameral has. It's supposed to end sometime in June. So a lot of additional detail will be forthcoming in the next several months. As many of you know, I have announced my retirement at the end of this year. The district's board of directors has been working extremely hard over the past several months to determine and make an appointment regarding my replacement. At today's board meeting, the board made an appointment of Corey Hubza, our current Vice President of Engineering, to replace me as President and CEO effective January 1 of 2026. I'm excited to work with Corey on the transition over the next 11 months and think Corey will do a great job leading the district into the future. He brings a wealth of knowledge and background regarding electric utility industry and general manufacturing industry in his previous work detail with BD here in Columbus. I think Corey will do a fabulous job, and he's got many great things that he wants to implement as he moves forward. So please take a moment to congratulate Corey, and I look forward to working with Corey on the transition as we move forward over the next several months. So with that, and as always, be happy and stay safe.